The NBA play-in tournament just wrapped up. The Magic lost to the 76ers 109-97. That was a close game until the end, but Sixers played very well. I think, honestly, man, yeah, I wouldn't want to play the Sixers in a 7-game series, knowing that Joel is going to come back. Like, I just think that team could beat anyone. But
I mean, yeah, what we saw out of Tyrese Maxey, balled out.
Yeah.
Absolutely balled out, man. That game that he had was phenomenal. So, yeah, shout out Maxey.
And listen, Paul George had a decent game, too. He shot 6 for 16, had 16 points, but he also had 5 assists and 5 rebounds. It's a decent stat line. I'll take it. I really will.
Yeah, the Hornets beat Miami in overtime thriller that came down to the wire.
One of the best games I've ever watched.
Oh, it's phenomenal game. I love that game.
Yeah, let's get right into that game. Obviously, the most controversial moment, LaMelo Ball tripping Bam Adebayo. Do you think LaMelo Ball should have got ejected for tripping Bam Adebayo?
No, I don't. I think what he did was, it's in the moment. It's basketball while it happens. Like, I bet there was literally no intent of how LaMelo, how that went down with Bam Adebayo. Like, things happen in the moment. You know, that was a spur in the moment thing. Obviously, it was extremely dangerous, but dangerous stuff happens in basketball all the time. It's very unfortunate what happened to Bam Adebayo, and maybe with Bam Adebayo, who knows how that game would have gone. Obviously, he's a phenomenal player, you know.
Only played 11 minutes, scored 6 points, 3 for 3 from the field.
Yeah. Like, he was having a great game up until, the second quarter?
Yeah.
Like, they really miss him out there. Obviously, coming down to the wire, 126 to 125. But at the end of the day, it's basketball. It's basketball. You can't blame him for doing something in the spur of the moment. Obviously, he didn't intend on it. It's just playing basketball.
And I for that specific question, I agree with you. I think what happened, the whole thing that when you watch the tape, it wasn't an egregious pull. I think that he fell, and when you fall, your arms go all sorts of different places. I don't think he was trying to, make Bam fall and trip in that manner.
Definitely.
And I think the refs understood that. I don't know if the play was looked at.
I don't think the play was.
But
oh yeah, no, I didn't.
They didn't look at it.
No.
But I don't think there was much there to say that he should have got ejected. I think it was really unfortunate, though.
Yeah, extremely unfortunate.
Because I think it probably did change the game.
For sure.
I agree with you. I definitely think in that moment when that happened, that was not worthy of a ejection.
Definitely.
However, there was a situation earlier in the season where Charlotte played Miami, and LaMelo literally tried to trip Bam. He grabbed his legs, going back on defense.
Yeah.
And it was a very similar play. I think I don't know. I think he potentially should have been suspended for one game, like missing the play-in game. I really do. I do. Just because of that past situation and how similar it was. But I don't know. The NBA would never do that, though. You know what I mean?
But it's not like something he's routinely done throughout his career. He hasn't been somebody that has been no one really considers LaMelo Ball a dirty player, so to speak. There was one other instance, but he plays 82 games. This was his 83rd game of the season, and you can only mention 2 things, 2 plays out of the entire season. I wouldn't consider that man dirty, especially after other players that we know are known for being dirty.
Do you think that LaMelo Ball could have been more attentive in the situation that went down?
Perhaps, but you're playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're in the spur of the moment, I feel like everybody could attend to being in the moment and doing something accidental.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was ill-intended. I doubt LaMelo Ball is out here trying to hurt players on purpose.
Yep.
I don't know. You can't blame him for stuff like that, man. And finding him and suspending him, it seems egregious.
I think there is a way to view that play, though, and see it as egregious. You're saying over here that It obviously wasn't intentional.
Yeah,
but
and maybe a flagrant one would have sufficed if it went
Look,
down.
I'm
But
gonna say
ejecting
this.
him,
I don't think it's obvious that it wasn't intentional, but from my understanding of like playing basketball, I see how it was unintentional. It's not obvious because Bam fell in a really brutal way, but I don't know if I stood up and I was like nudging you with my hand while you were standing there, you wouldn't fall. Right? And for him to make the split-second decision to trip him on purpose there seems very unlikely to me. I wouldn't honestly be surprised if the NBA decided to suspend him. I know they said they weren't going to, but I wouldn't have been surprised because
100%.
because it's a scary play. And if you're Eric Spoelstra, you're going to respond the same way every time. You're going to stand up for your play. You're going to view it as an egregious play because that's what a good coach does. So I think there's two sides to it. I'm just going on the side of I don't think that it was intentional.
Just another thing I want to bring up. LaMelo said after the game in his post-game press conference that he was going to check on Bam. Bam responded to that the following day or this next day after that and said he never reached out to me. That, I don't love that.
It's not a good look.
It's a bad look. It's an immature look. And he has a certain reputation. He has that like childish reputation. And doing stuff like that just proves that. And I think LaMelo needs to grow up a little bit. I really do. His overall demeanor, the way he carries himself, I don't know. I think he needs to change something because he could be out of the NBA in a few years. I really do think that.
I'm not going to go that far,
Yeah.
but I do agree with you in I think he does in some places need to act a little more professional, right? I see compilations online of all the curse words that he says during courtside interviews.
He did it the other night.
Yeah, and like and
Listen.
then all the other stuff that you just mentioned as well, like
Listen, we all know LaMelo talent-wise is something, honestly, that is extremely rare. Overall talent, he's very talented.
very talented, of course,
One of the best passers in the league.
definitely.
Can score on 3 levels.
Sometimes,
You know what I mean, though.
yeah.
But we look around the league at these number one options. You look at guys like Shea, Donovan Mitchell, and their attitudes.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
And
comparing
how they
LaMelo
carry
Ball to Shea,
No.
Gilgeous-Alexander. I was like,
I'm saying
please
as
stop.
far as the
No,
way they
I
carry
get what you're
themselves.
saying.
Yeah,
They
how they
carry
carry-
themselves in a more mature way. I think that's the way to do it, personally. I think that translates to winning.
So you're a big like locker room person, like locker room.
It's not even about the locker room.
You don't think so?
I don't
Some
think
aspect?
LaMelo has a bad locker room.
Okay.
I think he's probably very well liked amongst his teammates. But I
Definitely.
think that he's not maximizing everything that he could be getting out of the situation that he's in.
Perhaps.
And that, like, part of that maturity would be a maturity in his game.
That I can agree with, my friend.
I knew you were going to agree with that.
Oh,
I knew you were
I-
going to agree with that.
Did you, can we talk about that shot selection? In the second
Absolutely
half of that game?
Awful.
Look, hold on now. We've seen this from LaMelo Ball. This is LaMelo Ball basketball. There was
Yeah.
nothing.
This was LaMelo Ball basketball.
Yeah.
We should not be surprised by this at all.
Yeah.
His poor shot selection has been a occurring theme the entire season.
It's been his entire career. It's been
Entire
a big
career.
critique of him.
Can I give you
40%
stats from the other night?
field.
Can I give you stats from the other night?
Please.
Yeah.
LaMelo Ball had 30 points.
Whoa. What's the shooting though?
12 from 31 from the field. He went 2 for 16 from the 3-point line. 2 for 16. He had 5 fouls and 5 turnovers.
LaMelo Ball for you.
That
LaMelo
is-
Ball.
How? All right. His plus minus was 15 though.
It was.
Miss me with that plus minus stuff, man. Doesn't
That
move
doesn't
me.
move you.
Doesn't move me. If he wasn't a great passer, he would be terrible.
He did have 10
is
assists.
a great passer.
He had 10 assists.
Yeah.
LaMelo Ball doesn't play in that game, the Hornets lose.
But you also got to think about it, man. This is not winning basketball. You're
Who is
playing against the Miami Heat here,
was LaMelo Ball?
which is considered the worst defense in the NBA. When you're going up against these real teams, once you get to the playoffs, these are teams that have defenders, and all that 30 points is going to mean nothing. Nothing.
100%.
Once you go up against these real dogs, this is not how you win basketball games. I'm sorry. It's not.
I agree. And I don't think LaMelo will be a Hornet by next season. I don't.
Interesting.
I think that you clearly have something special with this young core of Concanepo and Brandon Miller. There's no doubt in my
LaMelo
mind.
Ball's not part of that.
I think
He
you
needs
need
to develop
I
that
think
game
you need
a
to go
lot.
move in a different direction if you're the Charlotte Hornets. I think that's the smart thing to do. I think you move on from LaMelo. That's the smart decision.
Totally agree.
They also have a number of great young players. Ryan Kalkbrenner, one of the better rim protectors in the NBA this season, and just an overall great post presence to have. Zion James. He's looking like another version of Kaysen Wallace. He's unbelievable. I like what the Hornets are brewing. I like their coach a lot, and I think it's like bring in something else. Bring in another guard.
Have to bring in another guard. Have to bring in a facilitator that can fill that spot. But yeah, like I said, LaMelo Ball is just not a player that is going to win you games, respectfully. At least in the long run. Like
He definitely has major flaws in his game. That's gonna do it for this episode of Run the Tape. Like, comment, subscribe. Playoffs are here, so stay tuned. A lot of cool content's gonna be coming. Watch the YouTube, watch our TikTok, Instagram. Love the comments.
Yup, keep up.
Keep up. And until next time, let's run the tape.
Yep.
Baby.